It's time for Marry Me Monday, the fun, timely, sometimes romantic, sometimes spirited live radio program with your hosts, Jeff Dorsey and Sherry Bussey, presented by Emerald City Jewelers, 33rd and Broadway, Quincy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Marry Me Monday. Sherry Bussey's alongside from Emerald City Jewelers. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Another weekend skirted right on past us here as we get into fall almost.
Almost. It's starting to have a few nights like that. Feel kind of crisp and cool.
It's amazing how the years just moved on and by us here. And there's always something going on at Emerald City Jewelers. First of all, before we get into your topic, thank you very much for a $3,000 shopping spree that's made available. Compliments of Emerald City Jewelers. Appreciate that.
That's going to be fun.
Make sure everybody signs up for that, and we'll have details as we've been telling everybody here the last few weeks, but we'll have that just a little bit. And we're going to give away on the 24th.
Yes, 24th is when you all come to Emerald City Jewelers and see who gets it.
Yeah.
Who wins it.
Be here before you know it, too. So it should be a fun night out there. So look forward to everybody being out there for that. All right, what do you have to talk about?
Well, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the 50th anniversary of Savorite. Savorite is a green garnet. It really resembles a beautiful, high-quality emerald. Savorite's only been discovered 50 years ago, the same as tanzanite was only discovered 50 years ago. But today we're going to talk about Savorite because the Pantone color of the year is green, and it's a green color, and the earth is green, and everybody's thinking about how it's so nice to have green things. So anyway.
And it goes with the green roof you got, too.
Goes with my green roof, Emerald City's green roof, yes.
So this man found this just recently, basically.
Yeah, recently, yeah. And so the man's son runs the business now. It's in Kenya, Savo province of Kenya. But anyway, we have it at the store. Articles that I've read about the Savorite, the prices have gone up 500 to 800% in the last 50 years. It's such a high-quality stone, and it's so rare. It's more rare than an emerald, and it's a higher quality than an emerald, and it's harder than an emerald because there wasn't a demand for it. It wasn't very expensive, and it's starting to increase in value. So if you're looking for a nice, beautiful stone that looks like an emerald, look at the Savorite garnet.
Sure.
A lot of people have August birthstones, and they don't really care for that color of the peridot. But peridot now, earlier mining of peridot, it was real kind of earthy and dark colored peridot, but now it's like an apple green peridot. It's a beautiful, bright, vibrant color, and you can get Savorite in the green colors too, like that. The lighter colors of the Savorite. It can be either the darker green or the lighter green. So think of that stone for a birthstone if you want, or if you just want to wear a beautiful green stone that's going to appreciate in value, because right now they're not in production. They have a lot of turmoil in that country, and so it's one of those stones that is rare, and
it's an investment. Yeah. And a good one, too.
A nice investment.
And you've got them at Emerald City Jewelers.
At Emerald City Jewelers, we do.
Okay. Among other things, too. You got plenty of things to look at there. I know there's a great selection of watches and things that you have available for people, too. And jewelry repair.
Jewelry repair. We do it in-house. And my son is my jeweler now. It used to be me, but I've passed the torch on to Tyler. And so he does a great job. I do the appraisals, so if anybody needs appraisal work for a piece of jewelry that they have or they've inherited, I do estate appraisals, and I do retail replacement value appraisals. So bring it by. We'll get it done for you.
All right, you want to get to the story?
Yeah, let's hear the story.
All right, it says here, the way I proposed was unique. I made reservations to a Chinese restaurant and met with the waitress working that shift so I could tell her my plan. I took a few fortune cookies home with me and carefully opened the packages and removed the cookies. Then I used tweezers to carefully remove the fortune. I cut another piece of paper of the same size and asked her to marry me and slid it back into the cookie. I then put the cookie back into the package and used an iron to carefully melt the package closed again. I delivered the cookie to the restaurant and made sure everything was in place. And when we got to the restaurant, the first thing she wanted to do was see what our fortunes were going to be. She had no idea what was in store. She just liked reading them, and I was not quite ready to get on one knee because the ring was still in my pocket. She opened hers and had a funny look on her face, which I assumed was from the handwritten fortune. And I slid out of my seat, popped the question in front of everyone, including her best friend, who I had hiding taking pictures in the restaurant to watch us. And she said yes and cried. All right, neat story right there. Appreciate that person for sending it in to us. And if we use your story, of course, we will be awarding you a nice Emerald City Jewelers
gift card. And a shirt.
Yeah,
yes.
Gift card and a shirt. So can't go wrong with that.
No.
So send those stories to y101radio.com. Maybe we'll use yours next Monday on Marry Me Monday. Emerald City Jewelers located where?
Under the Emerald Green Roof at 33rd and Broadway, across from the main entrance of the Quincy Mall.
And you're open from when to when?
9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 9:30 to 3.
And I won't even let Sherry Bussey answer this question. They do gift wrap.
That's right.
All right, thanks for coming in. We'll see you next week, okay?
My pleasure. Thank you.
That's it for this week's edition of Marry Me Monday, presented by Emerald City Jewelers. Join us next week, Monday, 7:25, for another exciting edition of Marry Me Monday. Celebrate your love.